What is up, everybody? Monkey here. Today I'm going to be playing one of my favorite decks in Standard at the moment, and that is Charizard. I don't know how I feel about it competitively, but it is a ton of fun, and I really have been enjoying the deck, so I just decided to showcase for you today. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. If you're new here, if you don't know who I am, my name is Monkey. I used to do a lot of other content, like mainly like shooter games, but Pokemon has just always been a fan favorite of mine just since I was a young wee lad, and it just has a special place in my heart, so I decided let's just start making some Pokemon content. So this is what the channel is about now. So if you guys do like Pokemon, if you want to see more TCGO or the video game as well, Nintendo Switch, Sword and Shield, make sure you subscribe, hit that bell icon. But let's go ahead and let's break down the deck, break it all down. So Charizard is really unique because it has a lot going on. First of all, you guys can probably see the deck list here. If you don't know what's going on, it's a lot to look at. So the way we control with our opponent is through Jesse and James. So this deck is really neat because we're playing greens because we don't really have an ability Pokemon besides Almastar, so you got to be careful. But with greens, we can search up for 2 trainer cards. So we can search for any pieces we need to control our opponent. But the other thing is with Charizard and Brexen is the Brilliant Flare. We can search up for 3 cards, any 3 in our deck, energy, whatever you need, and it's super insane. So we can potentially search 5 cards each turn that we need to lock our opponent. So we play the Almastar if we want to shut off our opponent's items, because Almastar is really good here because we're only going to play 1 Charizard in the active and have 1 on the bench. Heatran is here because it has an amazing ability, so it can just go into the active and hot burn, just knock something out, maybe a Keldeo, just anything that we need to. And then Wheezing is part of the Jesse James lock combo, so I'll show you hopefully in a video. Acrobike, just more consistency. Fiery Flint to get our energy, Fire Crystals to get them back. Great Catcher if we need to do that. Pokegear consistency. Rare Candy is for the Almastar, we can search it if we need to, so you don't need to go really heavy on the Almastar line. 2 reset stamps, 2 switch, 2 tag call because again we can search it and it's not that big of a deal. 2 unified fossils, again you don't need to go heavy. Giant Hearth I added in here because you want to maybe get rid of your own power plant before you Heatran. Giant Hearth is just really good too because sometimes Fiery Flint you don't want to discard 2 cards, and discarding the one's a lot easier. You can get energy for your welder. It just has come in clutch. 3 power plant, 1 Cynthia Caitlyn, 1 Faba, which is kind of interesting. Discard a Pokemon tool or special energies. It could be clutch. 4 greens, of course. 2 Jesse James. 2 Lieutenant Surge's strategy because we want our opponent to knock out 1 tag team Charizard, so they go down to 3 prizes. We can Lieutenant Surge, we can Jesse James, discard 2 cards, discard the Wheezing. They're going to discard their 3rd card, and then we could play another supporter if we want a greens for the next turn. If we want a Malo, Alana, heal and switch. If we want a Welder or a Charizard. Just tons of cool things we could do with this deck. We have an Island Challenge Amulet because something that's really neat with this deck is you can knock out your first Charizard, do the combo. Your second Charizard can hold this. Then you can power up a 3rd Charizard because you run Fire Crystals and stuff like that. So essentially you have to knock out 3 Charizards and it's pretty awesome. You can use the 2nd Charizard with the amulet just to set up your 3rd Charizard to hopefully clean up the game. 2 Weakness Guard energy because we could search through it with Charizard, so we don't need that many. And it comes in clutch against water, of course. And then 8 energy. This might be a low count. I'm not really sure. We need to play around with the energy. But this is the list we're going to be using today. If you have any suggestions, feel free to let me know down below. But let's go ahead and let's get into some games. Alright, so we're up against Pure Fire. And we have the advantage. Probably because I'm looking so good today. I'm confident in my skills. So this deck is a little scary starting off because it's kind of like Gardevoir. We're only playing 5 Pokemon that we could start with. So that could mean a lot of mulligans. And of course, we really want to win the coin toss with this deck. But can we start? Nope, here we go. Please don't mulligan too much. So let's see which is the more superior fire deck. And guys, don't send me a friend request yet because I am playing on a joint account with my real life friend of mine, a good friend of mine, so I don't want to flood. It is his account. I kind of just merged mine with his, so I need to talk to him. but maybe in the future I'll be playing with subscribers, stuff like that, especially on stream. So don't send me a friend request yet, but I'm gonna talk to my buddy. So I think we didn't mulligan that much, which is good. Okay, so we're starting off. So we have a tackle, perfect. So we can go ahead and grab another Charizard. You always want to grab your second one, and then we could just grab a Cynthia Caitlyn because we don't have anything to draw. So this is looking kind of scary. But the Heatran might come in clutch, so we need to save that. So we need to go ahead and we're just going to do this. We're going to discard a card just to draw 3. So we're probably going to pitch... Do we need the Heatran? Let's get rid of the Fiery Flint, because I don't want to... There's nothing I want to discard. So we're not going to get anything, and we draw 3. And we did find a Welder, but we can't play it this turn. So we're just going to attach. We'll Power Plant. And we're going to go ahead and pass. So let's see what our opponent has. Starting with the Vulpix is pretty good for me. Whoa, what is it? What? Litwick? So I'm not sure what this does. I like the art though. So he's going to play greens. That's interesting. It's from Unified Minds. I don't even know. I've never seen this. Search your deck for a fire Pokemon, reveal it, and put it into your hand. So a very good attack. I'm sure he's going to evolve it. Didn't see what he got with the greens, but it should be fine. If he gets the Tail Whip off, that's going to be annoying, but it'll be fine. And he doesn't. So we need to hit a lot of energy right now. So we should have kept the Fiery Flint, but it is what it is. Seeing the deck now, I should have probably just got rid of the Heatran. But we're going to go ahead and grab greens. So I don't know if we should just Welder 1. This feels kind of bad. We're not really doing a whole lot. So we're going to go ahead and greens. We'll go ahead and probably grab... I don't know if we need to really item lock this deck. We can't even item lock it because he doesn't have that many Pokemon. We might grab a Giant Hearth because we need energy. And we discarded the Fiery Flint and probably just grab another greens. Seems good with me. Yeah, we'll just grab another greens. And then I can go ahead and attach this energy because I know I'm going to Giant Hearth and get 2 energy next turn. We don't need a reset stamp, so we're going to pass. So Charizard, if you don't know his GX is pretty good because once they knock out the first Charizard and you bring up the other one, that one can do the GX attack and it can confuse and burn them, so it's really clutch. I would only use it after they knock out one and you're on your second Charizard, but it does come in clutch. So I'm going to Hapu, that's a lot of energy. Oh, that was only 2, it looked like a lot more. Alright, so there's another Litwick, different art. I'm so curious of what this is. He does get the heads, of course the turn we're going to Welder. Alright, so we cannot attack, but that's fine. We could, because we're going to, I think we should. We could Heatran right here, which I think is what we're going to do. So we're going to go ahead and Giant Hearth. We'll probably ditch Lieutenant Surge because we're going to probably take the lead. That's the goal, right? Well, not with this deck. Usually you want to lose and then gain the lead, but I think we're fine. So I think we need to just do this. So we're going to Heatran. Oh, we can't switch it though. I forgot about that. For some reason, I thought we had a Mallow, but we don't. Okay. So I guess we're just gonna do this. We'll welder for 1. We should have just weldered and then attached there. I've missequenced. I thought I had the Mallow in my hand to switch the Heatran, because you got to switch the Heatran. It has to go from the bench to the active, then you can put all the energy on it. So that is my bad, I can't attack. So unfortunately we'll just have to pass. So that feels bad. We definitely could have had an attack there. Well no, because we couldn't have switched the Heatran. Dang it. Alright, so they're going to greens. He did evolve the Litwick. So let's see what he greens for. He can use my Giant Hearth here, which kind of sucks, but we can't greens either now because we do have the Heatran. So That was a big misplay on my part. So he's got the Dusk Stone. Let's see what this does. What? 60 more damage for each Pokemon? So we're playing something like super weird. I don't even know if he's playing any GXs, EXs. It looks like all one prizers. But his hand's getting pretty low. And we don't run custom catchers, so we can't gust up the Chandelure. So that kind of feels bad. If he gets another Tail Whip, I'm going to scream because there's nothing we can really do. Unless we top deck Malo. Okay, he's going to switch. Alright, let's see the damage he does. 190. Woo! Alright. So we definitely need to start powering up our second Zard. And he's just going to get all of these to the bench. That's so cool. I have not seen this deck. Of course, now we draw the switch. Oh boy. Okay, so I don't even know if Amistar is really worth it right now to even try to do that. So we got 4. So we're going to go ahead and power you. So I think here I just Brilliant Flare, knock it out, search for my combo. He's going to knock me out, and then I can just really discard his hand. So that is the goal. So we're just going to keep everything. We could Giant Hearth away the Amistar, because I don't think we'll need it. Just thin the deck out as much as possible. Then we're going to go ahead and knock him out. So we need a lot of things, actually. We need the Weezing, we have the Reset and the Jesse James, we need a Welder. So let's grab the Welder. We could grab the Island Amulet. Do we have another Zard? Is the question. We don't have another Zard. So we prize 2 Zards, but we can probably get some. Let's grab... We could just grab Surge. Yeah, we'll do that. That would have been another misplay if I didn't grab Surge, because he's about to knock us out, so... Hopefully he doesn't have Reset Stamp. That's another weakness to this deck, because if I get Reset Stamped here, it's going to feel super bad. I'm going to be super far behind. So it is kind of scary making your opponent get one of your Charizards and Brexons down. Because if they do that and then they just Reset Stamp, it feels bad. So he's going to Brock Grit, which is really cool. He plays probably a ton of Pokemon, but this is a really cool deck. I've not seen this deck before. I hope he knocks me out, because that is the plan. Okay, 280. Alright. And he's just going to get the Chandelures back. This is a really cool deck. Alright. So we have everything we need for the following turn. So I'm going to get the combo off. But we still have a lot of prizes left. So we're going to go ahead and Reset Stamp. Then we're going to Lieutenant Surge's Strategy so we can play 2 supporters, including this guy. So then roll Jesse James. I'm going to discard Great Catcher and Weezing. So the Weezing discard is going to get rid of his one final card. Now we can Welder the 2 energy onto the Charizard, attach our weakness. We do have the amulet we could put on him. We might as well, because we would lose. We'll go ahead, we can Fire Crystal so we can start getting our Heatran online. Since we don't have another Charizard, which kind of sucks because 270 HP is going to come in clutch. He could easily knock out the Heatran. So it's a little scary. I don't think I should keep Giant Hearth in, So we're gonna... If we do power plant though, we cannot heat ran. But we have a welder and all the energy, so it's fine. And then we're gonna go ahead and Brilliant Flare. Yes. We can grab... We probably don't even really need to grab anything. I guess we could focus item lock if we have it, which we don't. A lot of things are prized this game. And we're only getting one prize card. We'll grab the Jesse James. And I guess we'll grab the Mallow Lana. Because Faba's not going to do anything. We don't need Tack Call. We don't need Reset. Yeah, those are like the only things we could really grab. But we do have to be careful because we're at 18 cards. We should be fine. He's in top deck mode. And another infuriating thing about this deck is when you get the combo off and then they just top deck like a Lily or just a supporter in general, it feels really bad. Alright, so we're looking pretty good so far. He's going to retreat. And he burned me. So we do have the Mallow Lana for healing. We can greens now because power plant turned off heat ran, but we don't really need the greens. We'll put the fossil down. We don't need a Jesse James. We don't need a really greens. We don't really need to do a whole lot. We could welder. Yeah, let's just go ahead and welder. Just in case he reset stamps us or something like that. We'll get our heat ran online. And then we're going to go ahead and knock it out. And then we need rare candy if we get the Amistar. And that's basically all we really need. We could just grab this. Just in case. Because we can't really search for it. All this stuff we can search with greens. So we'll just grab those two. Alright, so don't top deck a reset stamp or a supporter. Okay, there's the Amistar, which is really fantastic. I don't really know what kind of items this deck plays. I mean, Pokegear, if we could shut that off, that'd be really nice. Duskstone doesn't really matter. But he did get an energy. Is he going to knock us out? He does for 220. But our Amulet's going to come in clutch. Hopefully he can't knock out our Heatran. And hopefully Heatran is going to save us. What is that? He plays so many Pokemon. Oh, that's really cool. Alright, so we're definitely going to Jesse James him. So we're going to have a really big turn here. Could be for all or for not, but we'll see, we'll see. Alright, then we're going to go ahead and Jesse James. Get rid of Great Catcher because it doesn't do anything and we don't need the other fossil. Alright, so we have Power Plant. We could just go ahead and Fire Crystal because if he gusts up our Amistar somehow, I don't know. You never know. So let's go ahead. Do we have... We should have greens first. And gotten a welder. Because a welder here would be nice just to get Charizard going. Just in case something weird happens. But we definitely need to knock this out. Oh, we're one short. We have to literally GX a Chandelier. I didn't know it was 140. That feels so bad. Oh no. We have to GX. That feels so bad. This deck is throwing me off. I have no idea what this deck does. But we do have our Amistar online, so he literally just... If he top decks a supporter, that's the only thing that can really save him right now. He's going to burn us, but that doesn't really matter. We need to get Heatran out of here. So we're going to use our Pokegear, hopefully hit a welder, and then we'll be good to go. Man, if I had Gusting right now, this matchup would be so much easier. I don't know why this matchup's so hard. Okay, so Faba isn't going to do anything. Alright, Pokegear. Is there anything else we could do to thin the deck? Not really. Come on, hit the welder. We do hit the welder. So I think we're here. We're going to just welder. And we might Mallow and Lana. I don't know if we need to. Well, we can't because we played the welder. But next turn. No, we got to get the heat ran out now. This is a little scary. Because all he really needs, if he gets a chandelier somehow, and I can't knock this out, so that's kind of infuriating. This feels really bad. Heat ran. I think the heat ran's costing us the game. This just feels super bad. Wow, I'm like disoriented. This deck is kind of crazy. Alright, so he's gonna fire starter. That doesn't really matter. Next turn we can attach energy Mallow Lana and we'll be good to go. Okay, so attach Mallow Lana. We can go ahead and discard Acrobike. Acrobike? We don't really need Acrobikes with 5 cards left. So with that 1 card in his hand, I'm hoping Amistar is coming in clutch right now. And we're going to go ahead and just Brilliant Flare. And then we're going to hope he doesn't hit enough off his Chandelier. And call it a day. We do have to get 1 card. I should have hit no. But we'll just grab the reset. Alright, this is going to come down to this. Are we going to lose to this deck? This is a crazy match. I definitely misplayed. But this deck's throwing me off. There's a lot of Pokemon, so I'm hoping he doesn't hit it. Watch the burn come in clutch. Okay, I thought it said 260, and I'm like, woo! But that was a good game. We ended up picking up the dub. That was way harder than it probably should have been. But that was a fantastic match, and I got the combo off. So I'm gonna leave it here with 1 game. Let me know down below if you guys like the sound effects in the game, if you want me to turn those off, if you want me to do more games, have longer videos. I can show this deck again. Hopefully play a little bit better. I did have a misplay there, but it's alright. But I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. If you have any questions about the deck, please comment down below. Don't be hesitant to ask. If there's anything you were like, want me to switch up or just consider, just comment down below. I'm not going to tear your head off or anything like that. I'm a pretty chill dude, but I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see you next time. Peace!